Well, good morning, YouTube. It is Sunday morning, April 14th. It's 9:40 a.m. here Mountain Time. I thought I'd shoot a video this morning on this Sunday. And the title of it's going to be Sunday Rambling. Or I'm going to ramble this morning, okay? I'm going to ramble my opinion. A disclaimer, this is all my opinion. I want you to know that. One of the reasons I do this is I try to get your curiosity up, to go research, to go look stuff up yourself. The best way you're going to learn about something is doing it yourself. I learn from myself. I don't depend, I take opinions from hundreds of people, and I form my own opinion, okay? That's how this kind of works with me. So many things going on the earth today. Physically, spiritually, the battle is unreal. And if you look at it, you can see it. The deep state. Who are those people? Well, in my mind, in my opinion, what the deep state is people that have got it in their mind to bring on the Antichrist, bring it to a one-world government, a one-world religion, a one-world everything. That's part of what the deep state's goal is they want to be rulers over all of us. They've got a document out there. It's called Agenda 21 or Agenda 2030. It's the same document. They just renamed it. In those plans, it talks about getting rid of 90% of the population on the earth. Well, who gets to decide who goes and who stays? They say our poor old Mother Earth can't handle all of us. Well, part of the reason that good old Mother Earth can't handle all of us is because we've poisoned it. We, the people, have let them poison the earth. The Indians lived here for hundreds and hundreds of years. How many landfills did they have? 0. Because they used everything. They killed an elk, everything in that elk got used. One way, shape, or form or another. There was no trash. White man comes along and he starts making trash. I heard one time, actually I didn't hear it, this was a post on Facebook. An old man and an old lady. The old lady was sitting on the old man's lap, and the top of the caption was a question that, well, how have you guys stayed married for so long? I think they were like 75 years married or something like that, a long time. And at the bottom, the woman answers, well, we come from an age when we used to fix things and not throw them away. That's how our marriage has lasted so long, because we fixed it. This day and age, you just throw it away and you move on. We live in a throwaway world. And it don't matter if it's human beings, it don't matter what it is, we can throw it away and it's okay. Well, you can think it's okay, but it's not. It's not okay to throw things away. You know, if you get into, I think it's 1 Corinthians, and Jesus talks about a man and a woman and how they're to be married for life. It's a commitment you make for life. Well, no, everybody's afraid to make commitments for life. Oh, they'll make a commitment for 5, 7, 10, 15, 20 years, but after that, they're done. Throw it away and start over. And usually the subject of divorce is one cheating on the other, money, or just cheating on the other one. That's one of the biggest ones, because we live in a society that says you can do that. It's okay. Well, man is wrong. Man and his words, his beliefs, he's going to try everything he can do, man is, to prove God wrong. And just look at what goes on. Oh, we got to have separation between church and state. Can't have the 10 Commandments in school. Can't have prayer. But then one group of people come along and demand a prayer time in the workplace, in the schools, and we got teachers teaching that religion. But yet, they can do it, and the Christian religion can't. You can't have 10 Commandments, can't pray, can't carry a Bible in school. People, we got a man down, and nobody seems to care. And that man is Mr. Moral. Our morals have gone to the trash can. The trash can, I say. If it's morally incorrect, people want to do it. You can't do that. Oh, bullshit, watch me. Yeah, I can. That's where we've messed up. Some more ramblings. Let's see, what else can I ramble about? I can ramble about the possibility of the oncoming World War III. I mean, everybody's talking about it. Is that going to happen? It's very well possible. Is it going to start over Venezuela? That's very well possible. Excuse me. Excuse me again. You know, I don't know this for fact. I can just take what people have said. Like I said, my opinion. The sources of where this comes from, they're pretty reliable sources. These sources say we've got Russians, we've got Chinese, we've got Ukrainians, we've got a few other little mercenary type of groups running around the United States. We got ISIS running around the United States. So they say. One of the FBI directors, I think it was Comey, that came out and said that we got ISIS in every state in the Union. Well, if that's true, how come we're letting them sit there? You know, no matter who did 9/11, the people that got blamed, the people that got in the supposed cockpits and flew these planes into the Twin Towers, that was all movie script, buddies, peoples. They were playing a part. Why? Oh, Mr. Bush wanted the Patriot Act. Why? So he could deem you, me, anybody they want. If you didn't go along with the status quo, they can deem you a terrorist. Yeah, a terrorist. They can arrest you. They can hold you for any length of period of time. And with that Patriot Act, your right to a trial, your right to all that, that's all out the window because of the Patriot Act. I'm going to do a video coming up soon. I might even do it a little later today. I'm going to label that one The State. And we're going to talk about how many times in history the deep state has stuck their heads out and showed themselves. But nobody ever points that out. And we've got many, many, many situations where the deep state was in the background doing their thing. And the further back you go, the easier it was for them to cover it up, to leave, so they didn't leave their fingerprints all over it. But they did. I mean, you can see it if you really look, if you know how to search for the truth with God's help. God will show you what's true. God will show you what's not true. They tag something conspiracy theory. Well, I can tell you, most of the conspiracy theories out there isn't really a conspiracy theory. The only reason they call it a conspiracy theory because they don't want to get caught with their hand in the cookie jar. So we'll say it's all conspiracy and then it can go away. Like JFK. +50 years later, and we still don't know the complete truth. You know I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. I was 7 years old when I watched John F. Kennedy get killed, assassinated, murdered, executed, whatever name you want to put on it. The story the media put out was false. The story the government put out was false. The true story was they didn't like JFK. Why? One of the reasons is because he was going to get us out of debt. And he had a plan, and it would have worked. And the central bankers that put their plan into effect way back in the 30s when they threw the first depression in, yeah, that's another time the deep state stuck their head out. Fingerprints all over it, but yeah, it was to get control of America's money through a central bank. And I believe the name behind that is the Rockefellers. Yep, they loan the United States money. We pay them interest on money that's shit, they might as well have printed up monopoly money and called it money. You know what I mean? Our money system and the central banks have got us all under a slave kind of master slave. They talk about the white people should pay money to the black people because our ancestors put their ancestors in slavery. Well, I want these big bankers to start paying some of that money to us for doing what they did back in the 30s and making us all slaves. Because that's what we are to them. A bunch of slaves. Well, you can't call it that. I work for a living. Yeah, you work for a living. A controlled environment that they control. They control how much money you make. They control how much money they take in taxes, this, that, and the other. They control, depending on your, like if you're a truck driver, you can only work so many hours a day. But yet, a businessman can put in 20 hours a day and then get in his car and drive home and fall asleep and crash, kill somebody. That part's okay. But if you're in a truck, you can't do that. And, hey, I understand the whole truck thing, and I understand that guys need some sleep. But when the rules are different for two different kinds of people, that ain't right. Well, he's building a business. Well, Mr. Truck Driver might be building a business too. He might be an owner-operator. And he might need to run those extra 3 or 4, 8 hours, whatever, to make the money. But he can't. They won't allow that. They say we're free here in America. Well, those freedoms are slowly disappearing, folks. They want to control your speech. They want to control everybody's speech. And if I deem it hate speech, then, oh my God. Or too much truth. They can't handle it. Why? Because those are the people that live in the dark. The evil people. They can't handle the truth. They'll do everything in their power to make you look bad. I mean, look what they're doing to Mr. Barr, our Attorney General. It's a joke, people. When are we going to wake up? I hope you wake up before it's too late. And I hope in that process of waking up, you find God, find Jesus, because He is the way. He's the only way. Life after the physical life is the spiritual life. And nobody teaches that. There's a spirit that lives inside your physicalness that lives forever. Okay? If you don't choose heaven, you don't choose Jesus Christ, you don't choose God, you don't choose the Holy Spirit, you don't choose that way, and you choose the other way, there's going to be an eternal bliss. And there goes my phone. Another YouTuber putting out a video. Yeah, if you don't choose the right way, you're going to end up in hell. And you're going to end up burning for eternity. Or you can live with God and serve Him and having eternal in heaven. I don't think any of us can even imagine what heaven's going to be like. I hope I see it. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I believe Jesus Christ hung on the cross. I don't believe in the ways of man that we see today. No, take this pill, take that pill, take all these pills, and you'll get better. No, you won't. You won't get better, because they don't have a plan to get you better. They have a plan to keep you sick so you can keep coming back for their pills. And to them, it's about the money. And if you don't see that, I feel sorry for you. Them pills ain't healing nobody. They've been giving people pills since I was a kid. And a lot of these people that have been taking these pills are ended up dead. You know, it kind of blows me away. It hits me hard, I guess to say. When I go down to my post office and I see a piece of paper hanging on the door that said this person died, that person died, whatever. And I look at their birth date, and it's like, anybody that was my age or younger, it weirds me out. It makes me realize that at 62, how close to death am I? You know? When's it my turn? Now, I'm not afraid to die this physical death. Nope. Because I know God's on the other side. And the Bible says that veil's going to be lifted. And people keep saying it's coming soon. And when it does come, I hope it don't freak you all out. I hope you're ready for it. Because when you start seeing a lot of things, it's going to weird a lot of people out. Bible talks about people dying for fear from what they're seeing. You know, I've seen a lot of crazy stuff. And some of the things that I've been hearing about what some of the things we're going to see when it comes time. I've heard anything from giants to little people. And when I say little people, I'm talking about elves, fairies, those kind of people. We've lived in a make-believe world where, you know, if you bump into a fairy or an elf, that's a good thing. Is it really? Is it really? Are you basing that off of the Walt Disney movies you've seen with fairies and elves and shit like that in it? Or are you basing it off of pure research and facts? Think about that. Well, folks, we're coming up on 25 minutes. And I think I've rambled enough for today. Go do some research, people. That's the only way you're going to learn about this deep state and what they've really been up to. They've been in operation, the deep state's been in operation for, I want to say, 100, 200 years. And it's probably been longer than that. It might not have been called, quote unquote, the deep state back then. It might have been called what it really is, and that's evil. People that worship the wrong gods, little g gods. Gods that have made them promises. But yet those little g gods know that a time's coming and they're going to have to pay a price. You want a good subject to search out? Go search out the fallen angels. Go search out exactly what they did. It's not pretty. Fallen angels had sex with women. They made giants. What else did they do? Oh, they taught them all the witchcraft, this, that, and the other. Well, did that include splicing my genes with a horse gene and making part man, part horse? Yeah, it might have. Are we doing that today? Well, we're changing these pigs so that they can grow human parts in them. So you're going to put a piece of a /human/pig into my body? I don't want no part of that. The species aren't meant to mix. So anyways, go do some research, folks. Do yourself a blessing. Do the others around you a blessing. Research some subjects, whether it be deep state, whether it be God, whether it be Agenda 21 or Agenda 2030. Do some research. They don't have nothing but bad in store for us. The United States is holding them back for their the United States is holding them back now because the people stepped up and put President Trump in. Well, like Hillary said, oh, it was my turn. I was supposed to win. Yeah, it was her turn. And if it would have been her turn, we'd be in the middle of World War III right now, folks. And I heard a company did a simulation of if China and Russia attacked the United States, or if we went to war with the United States went to war with China and Russia, their computer programming, their scenario, whatever it was, they came up with the idea that those two countries would kick America's ass. Is that true or not? I don't know. You know, you play these little war games and computer simulations, this, that, and the other. Maybe odds are that we would get our asses kicked. I don't know. I know one thing, folks, though. There's a part in the Bible that says, Jesus says, keep your eyes on me. And that's what we got to do. We got to keep our eyes on Jesus. Because if we take our eyes off of him, I guess to say there's going to be hell to pay. Or you're going to drown in society's bullshit. Well, folks, I hope you learned something out of all this rambling I did today. I have 11 subscribers now. Wow. I haven't had any comments yet. I'm waiting to hear from you. Leave a comment. Tell me if I'm doing good. Tell me if I'm doing bad. I don't know. Tell me if I'm full of shit. You know, and if you do tell me that, it isn't going to bother me. I might learn something from it, though. Who knows? I'm open to learn anything. And like I said, I form my own opinion about things. I've got a very strong opinion towards the Lord Jesus Christ. I have a very strong opinion about the Bible. So, anyways, hope you all have a wonderful Sunday. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Don't let the whole work week get you down. Keep a positive attitude. Pray daily. Read daily. Believe it or not, I just said that one for myself. I need to read daily more. Yes, I do. We all do. So anyways, folks, this is like the longest video I've ever done. 31 minutes now. So I'm going to say I love you. Y'all have a wonderful day. Pass me around. Leave comments. Share. Subscribe. Whatever. But the one thing you really need to do is go find out for yourself. Get the answers for yourself. You know, you can lead the water to the horse, or you can lead the horse to the water tank. But guess what? If that horse ain't thirsty, he ain't drinking. So, that's that. Anyways, y'all have a wonderful day. God bless you. Love yous. And we'll see you again soon.